The Sunday School lesson for July 16th, 2023 is Dedication of the Temple. Ezra chapter 6, verses 13 through 22, New Living Translation. Remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you will become aware each time I upload an audio version of the Sunday School lesson. Dedication of the Temple, Ezra chapter 6, verses 13 through 22. Keep in mind, the temple of God was then dedicated with great joy by the people of Israel, the priests, the Levites, and the rest of the people who had returned from exile. Ezra chapter 6, verse 16. Verse 13. Tatnai, governor of the province west of the Euphrates River, and Shethar-boznai and their colleagues compiled at once with the command of King Darius. Verse 14. So the Jewish elders continued their work, and they were greatly encouraged by the preaching of the prophets Haggai and Zechariah, son of Iddo. The temple was finally finished as had been commanded by the God of Israel and decreed by Cyrus, Darius, and Artaxerxes, the kings of Persia. Verse 15. The temple was completed on March 12th during the 6th year of King Darius's reign. Verse 16. The temple of God was then dedicated with great joy by the people of Israel, the priests, the Levites, and the rest of the people who had returned from exile. Verse 17. During the dedication ceremony for the temple of God, 100 young bulls, 200 rams, and 400 male lambs were sacrificed, and 12 male goats were presented as a sin offering for the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 18. Then the priests and the Levites were divided into their various divisions to serve at the temple of God in Jerusalem, as prescribed in the book of Moses. Verse 19. On April 21st, the returned exiles celebrated Passover. Verse 20. The priests and the Levites had purified themselves and were ceremonially clean. So they slaughtered the Passover lamb for all the returned exiles, for their fellow priests, and for themselves. Verse 21. The Passover meal was eaten by the people of Israel who had returned from exile, and by the others in the land who had turned from their corrupt practices to worship the Lord, the God of Israel. Verse 22. Then they celebrated the festival of unleavened bread for 7 days. There was great joy throughout the land because the Lord had caused the king of Assyria to be favorable to them, so that he helped them to rebuild the temple of God, the God of Israel. Thank you so much for listening. Join me soon for the next audio version of the Sunday School lesson. Stay safe and may God bless.